Hi, I'm Dr. John Brose. I am a clinical psychologist. I have been providing behavioral health services to the long-term care industry in Minnesota for approximately 28 years. Our group presently serves 150 skilled facilities in Minnesota and a number of assisted living and residential care facilities. Today you'll have an opportunity to see a videotape where I was talking to some of the staff of VOA about customer service, change, challenging residents, and challenging families. The highlights of this talk were focused on what is within our control, which is our own behavior, our own attitudes and beliefs, and then looking at what makes our job at times rewarding, what makes it challenging, how do we connect with some of the residents with challenging behavior and the families. Predominantly, I'm talking about general strategies that apply to you, the staff member, but also strategies as an organizational team to be proactive, get together in team meetings, and come up with creative interventions to deal with difficult situations. I then go on and talk about challenging families, what makes them challenging, and what are some specific strategies you might want to try. I'm also aware that people watching this tape, there are many experts in the audience, and you may agree with some of the things I'm saying, you may disagree, and that's fantastic as long as it generates a discussion about how we can be better as we enter into 2009 in meeting our customers' needs. We now know that people coming to skilled nursing facilities and assisted living are sicker medically and psychologically than ever before. That trend is going to continue because the yuppies are coming. The expectations of care is increasing, and we need to rise to the challenge. And my sincere hope is that you'll come away after watching this with at least one new idea or one new way of changing your thinking as you are doing your job. Again, many of us are quite grateful of the job that you do every day. We are working in challenging times, and by working together, we can offer a better product to those that choose to make us their healthcare provider. I hope you enjoy the video.
Dr. John Brose, we thankfully have him in all our facilities as a provider for psychological services. He actually himself also goes to one of our facilities, Anoka. I don't know if he goes to other facilities as well, but I do know he goes to Anoka. Dr. Brose is a clinical psychologist, owner and director of Associated Clinic of Psychology. He's been offering services since 1980, presently serves 150 long-term care facilities, and he lectures nationally. So we're very lucky to have him here today. I know he's fitting us in between care providers, and we'll be soon leaving on a sailing trip. So let's welcome Dr. Brose.
Good morning, everybody. This looks like a good group. Or do you just look like a good group? Sometimes looks are deceiving, aren't they? It's kind of an interesting layout here. Can you hear me without using the mic?
Yeah.
No? Yes?
We're just so glad you're spending us in before that sailing trip.
Thank you, Doug.
Doing you, and it's really important that you get through.
Yeah, well, Jane was quite persistent. I was trying every excuse I had to get out of this, but she was relentless.
Between that and volleyball.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now I'm into other things, you know. I'm playing in a band and my horses and all. But test. Can you hear without it? Iffy? All right. Well, one of the things I'm reminded, like with Doug and Karen and Wayne, a number of people I have certainly known for many years. And it's hard to believe, but December 2nd will be the first day of the 29th year of me providing services in nursing homes. And yes, it's true, I started when I was 16. But I have often given a great deal of credit to Wayne in particular, because in those days behavioral health services were not welcomed in long-term care. The times have changed dramatically, and now most homes do have a behavioral health thank you. Do have a behavioral health provider, and from my point of view, that's a good thing. So again, in some ways, for better or for worse, Wayne, you played probably a huge role in my career of hanging around nursing homes, of being as welcoming as you were back in LaSalle, and that had the C word in it, didn't it, Wayne? Convalescent? Yeah. So those were many moons ago. Well, when Jane and I were talking about putting this particular, I was going to say fireside chat, but candle side chat, talking about challenging behaviors, challenging families, and like many talks I give, I have a hard time remaining just in one little area, so you may see me veer left and right and up and down, but it's in the context of what the opening speakers were addressing about change and about being different. One of the things that I have discovered, like you can always tell when you're out in a restaurant or you're at a party, and of who works in nursing homes. And the way you tell is when you see them go to Perkins, or you're at a friend's house or whatever, they always go, So you got to remember, I'm a psychologist, always watching human behavior. But I noticed when a lot of people are coming in, sitting down, they were staring the chair before sitting down. Does anybody know the theory of learned helplessness? Nobody? Okay. The short version is learned helplessness. It's often described, why do people in domestic violence situations stay?